Welcome to the Black Wall Street Market. Today, Uganda is going to be launching the back cloth and of course the Ankole horns. We are in Atlanta and the vibe is right too good. Remember, this is a heritage of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, and we're bringing it out to the whole world so that they can see it. And we're putting a footstep to say we own it, and we have started it with our forefathers running this race of the back cloth. A lot of benefits from the back cloth, but this time around, Uganda is putting it out there for the rest of the world. We are actually launching it out right here in the Art of Africa Museum. And of course, this is the only time that we get to celebrate it. With me, Big Sam, let me walk you through and exactly get to know what is happening and what you need to see. This is the Pearl of Africa launching the back cloth and the Ankole horns right here in Atlanta.
But at this time, I introduce His Excellency, the Ambassador Mul Katende from the Republic of Uganda, better known as the Pearl of Africa. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Ellis. I'm really delighted to be here. And I would like to thank all the people who have had input into all this for this wonderful day. First things first, thank you very much for wishing me a good birthday. And thank you very much for that wonderful cake. It's a long time since I celebrated with cakes. So this will be a very important day in my life. I would like to thank all the people behind this, starting with Madame Queen Arniva and Niva. This is wonderful. This is wonderful because it ties us together, those on this continent and those of us on the other continent. Thank you so much. And Mr. Allen, they say wherever there are rich people, they are good ideas. So thank you very much for creating a legacy. This is not even about making profits. It's about a legacy. That when you meet eventually, after another 200 years, when you meet the Creator, you will say, yes, I left them with this. And we want to thank you very much for that accolade. I'm glad to recognize the Senate, the representative, Ambassador Diane Watson. These are people who have contributed a lot. I know what it means to reach those heights. I also recognize the former Deputy Ambassador of Nigeria, Ms. Daphne Titus, who is now managing Mapasa Strategies. Mapasa is a word in Lingala. It has to do with twins. So that connection, we want to thank you for keeping the connection. We want to recognize the council members, to thank you very much for allowing us to visit you, to be in your city. And for the mayor, be assured of our votes. I hope by then the rules will be allowing us to vote. We will give you overwhelming votes in terms of our prayers and everything else. Now, Mr. Pastor, you have a long history. You connect when you talked about the story in Liberia, the story here. I said, this is a great man. Thank you very much for being part of us. Our Honorary Consul, Mr. Ellis. Mr. Ellis is the Honorary Consul of Uganda in Georgia. And he has made us see many things that connect us with America and that add value to the prosperity of our country. We thank you very much. He's also an investor in Uganda. There are many people here who have been mentioned, the director, communications, wonderful, and all those who were in charge of beautifying this place. My names are Mulsebu Jakatende, the ambassador of Uganda to the United States of America. And as Ellis told you, I also cover many other countries in the Caribbean and in South America. But for today, we are here in America. And we are here on a program of connection. I'm accompanied by my wife, Mrs. Mariam Nalumansi Katende. That is how Ugandan women dress. That attire, you find it nowhere else but in Uganda. We'll find another day to come and inaugurate it here. I'm also accompanied by my staff. We have Miss Anne Babinaga. She is a minister counselor at the embassy. Mrs. Margaret Kafero. She is a minister counselor at the embassy in DC. Now, that is the Gomez, one part of Uganda, and that is also another part of Uganda. The culture of Uganda is so rich. The uniquely Uganda, and there are many others which we will come and inaugurate sometime to come. But these are the people who have connected us into this project. Margaret is a minister counselor in charge of public diplomacy. She's our promoter for cultural cooperation. She's our promoter in investment. The other person is Mr. Bulwaka Michael. Michael, now that's also a unique way of wearing in Uganda, the tunic. And if we tell you the origin of these things, you will be surprised. We have gone through a lot of history. We have had invaders from the Middle East. We have had invaders from Europe. Come, I'll say your name after, but you come also understand. Now, the first invaders were Arabs. When the Arabs came, they wanted to give a donation to the king, and they said, we are giving you a tunic, this tunic. They gave him that tunic. When the Europeans came, they gave him a suit like the one I'm putting on. Now, the king had a function, and he wanted all his friends to come, these Arabs and these Europeans, who liked him a lot. They gave him other things like guns and so on. Then the king said, now, whose gift should I put on? The one of the Arabs or the one of the Europeans? One of his wise men told him, put them on both. Now, you see these two men, that kind of wearing, you will find it only in Uganda, these three, only. Because the king had to satisfy the Arabs and he had to satisfy the Europeans by putting on all their clothes. So that is how we come to do this. For the women, that's another story. It has nothing to do with Europeans, it has nothing to do with Arabs, but it has something to do with Spanish. Yes, it's interesting. We have very, very, very unique history. There is this Spanish man called Gomez. The king told him that, I have my people, my women, what dress can they put on? And it was a designer. He brought so many options. Eventually he said, I will. It was like saying, let me put a shirt up. And then it came in too many configurations. They ended up making this. And you will find this only in Uganda. And it is called Gomez, after the designer, the Spanish designer. Gomez, others will call it boarding. So these are the people donning this. I'm now with the back cloth. Yes, now, this is I was introducing my delegation. Dr. Deborah Freeman and Dr. Reginald Freeman have been working with Uganda for a long time. We have assimilated them, as you can see. And we are very, very, very proud to have them. They have been promoting Uganda. Their signature project in promoting Uganda is the cultural exchange between USA and Uganda. And in this, they do it through Miss Tourism Uganda. Those girls there, can you stand up? Those are beauty queens, eh? Come. They are also donning the other dress. It's about this Miss Tourism. This is Ambassador bridging the gap. How can we work together, Uganda and Americans, to be together? And this project today is relevant to that. But they have had they go around the USA to promote our country. But all this promotion, including this evening's occasion, is about connections. It's about prosperity. That is why we are here. Others are not here. They are doing other things, but I have a high-powered delegation, as you can see. And I want to thank them for... Now, yes, I said I will introduce him. This is Dr. Hilary Msoke. Dr. Hilary Msoke is a private secretary to the president of Uganda. Private secretary to President Museveni. And he is a secretary in charge of the youth and innovation. He's here because of the innovations that are depicted here. And in Uganda, he has a very big assignment. Do you know that in Uganda, over 60% of the population are youth of 30 years and below? Meaning that we have a big job to create jobs. Now, this is carrying that responsibility, and he moves around places to see what are the new innovations that we can take back to Uganda and engage our youth. And he's doing a lot of job, a lot of progress. Thank you very much. And may you sit down as I talk to the occasion. Thank you. Now, Uganda Embassy, Washington, D.C., and indeed the government of the Republic of Uganda is delighted to sponsor these two products. This back cloth and that Ankole longhorns. Ankole cow, you know, we have cows. When they are walking, they are majestic. And I wish these horns were on them. You would see how they walk. They are not like your Texas cows. These are more majestic. And the connection. Those cows have a lot to, those horns have a lot to do with the textiles, which is why they are here. So we are proud to be sponsors of these two products, which are being launched today at this African Textile Museum here in Stonecrest, Georgia, USA. We have donated these two products for installation, and these products have been designed by a Ugandan diaspora lady. They have mentioned the name, Miss Hendo. She is a designer. She lives in London. She should have been with us today, but she has not been able to. She's represented, and they have been able to put up this. We have done so. We have brought these products here, especially in honor of Black History Month, and to remind Americans of African descent of their rich and beautiful heritage. Backcloth, or what we call lubugo, is the oldest known natural textile. It is 700 years old. And as has been said, it was declared in 2005 by UNESCO a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Meaning, this textile is protected, is a value. The Ankole cow horns are themselves a phenomenal creation of the unique long Ankole cow horns with majestic stature and a source of an assortment of accessories to textiles. If you are putting on, you may be having some buttons on something you have. The best buttons are from this. What they put on textile, they are from that one. These two articles shall be exhibited in this museum, the African Textile Museum, located here in the new Blackwall Street Market in this great Atlanta, Georgia. And they are beautiful. These are beautiful articles dedicated to Africa's heritage and excellence in natural textile creation. What is the meaning? The meaning is that we have a rich and solid history which binds us together. And moving forward, it means that with this installed here, as the proprietor informed you, they will be seen by many people. We want those people to be inspired that these products are only a beginning. With them, we can do many other things. We can do many other things in business. We can trade with each other. We can invest with each other. We can tour with each other. We have had COVID, and it has been a difficult phenomenon. But now countries are trying to rebound and come to terms with the economies. The idea of the embassy is to work